All right, so summer is clearly near. Well, I've been swatting a fly in my garage. I'm in short sleeves for the first time in, well, I think 2024. And as the Tour Divide and other long distance events draw near, Revelate Designs officially launches their latest bag, the Pitchfork, which is an Aerobar Harness System made for ultra racing. The Pitchfork offers load carrying capabilities and swift access to essential clothing and nutrition, all mounted on your aero bars for easy convenience. All right, let's dive into it. All right, so before we get any further, I just want to take a quick moment to let you all know that this video is supported in part by OneUp USA. OneUp combines superior materials and craftsmanship with a keen understanding of what you need to get your bike and gear to your next adventure. Whether you're an enthusiast, weekend warrior, or racer, the result is simple, durable, no hassle racks and accessories that you can trust will last for the long haul. No matter what you ride, your bike deserves OneUp USA. So to learn a little bit more about their Made in the USA range of bike racks and accessories, you can click on the card in the top right corner or also follow the link in the description below. All right, so when researching for the Tour Divide back in 2015, many folks I spoke to mentioned the importance of hand positions and changing them up. This is especially important when you want to reduce hand fatigue during big days in the saddle. And while aero bars were designed to put you in a more aero position, that's certainly not the priority here, but rather an added benefit. So when I set up my aero bars, I install them in a very upright position, which allows for a quick transition into different positions. The other upside here is that they usually can offer more on-bar accessory positions. I mounted a crossbar from an old handlebar to mount my GPS and lights, but really it just kind of gives you a little bit more space and creativity up front. So because of their popularity, particularly in these ultra endurance events, a variety of brands have made a few bags to specifically fit aero bars. Now, this concept of adding a bag or cargo carrying capacity isn't new. Various options are on the market, and some folks have even made custom bags for their aero bars. While options are limited, Apidura, Cyclite, and Restrap all offer some aero bar pack. The difference with the Revelate system is that it mounts over the aero system. And I'll admit, it kind of looks busier than other offerings, and maybe once I look at it a little bit more, it almost looks like an ultra vest. Someone was just wearing a vest, yeah. But it does come with loads of features that we'll dive into here soon. So to quickly compare, the Apidura Racing Aero Pack is a 2.5 liter bag with a bungee top. It's definitely the simplest of the bunch. The Cyclite Handlebar Aero Bag is 4.9 liters with a large zipper for a main compartment and side stash pockets. Finally, the Restrap Race Aero Bar Bag is a 7-liter harness style system for easy off-the-bike packing. And the Pitchfork is a 2-piece holster-like system with a removable 6-liter Ultra 200 dry bag that is tapered for better stem clearance when installed. The holster itself is made from a Challenge EPX 200 laminate, and as I mentioned, it basically drapes over the aero bars, which is said to maximize the depth and usefulness of these gigantic side stretch pockets, which can fit anything from rain jackets to large sums of food. Each side pocket has a liter capacity and can easily cinch closed or open with the use of their one-handed bungee and cord lock system. The system comes with some bungee cord on the top as well, so you can store things like arm or knee warmers or something that you might need at moment's notice. Overall, the Pitchfork weighs 158 grams and has a capacity of 8 liters with the dry bag and side pockets, but more expandable space with the bungee on top. Installing the bag was pretty straightforward. The system mounts using a few adjustable Hapalon slots on the underneath side of the holster. You can kind of configure which ones work best for you and your setup, allowing for a good amount of adjustability. I used the bag on some older profile design aero bars. I think they're the T1 or T2. They're no longer made, and I actually ended up adding a custom bar end installed on the system's top and wrapped them with some bar tape for a nice handhold. Because of the bar tape on the end, I actually had to use some one-wrap Velcro straps with the top slots instead of the provided straps, as they were a little bit too short. This is something that you definitely want to keep in mind if you do add some bar tape over your aero bars. Overall, I would say my aero bars are installed slightly wider than some, but not nearly as wide as others. And I mounted the system in the middle slits, so I could go wider, I could go more narrow. So installing the bag is super easy. It actually comes with these 2 webbing straps with cool adjusting lock cam buckles that are super easy to tighten, but equally as easy to loosen up. The system also comes with a removable safety kind of strap on the top. It's meant to basically go around the roll top closure part of the dry bag to hold it in place. But as long as you aren't really carrying a super heavy load, the 2 adjustable locking cam buckles certainly keep everything in place. Oh, there's that fly. You fucker. How do they just appear every year after just freezing? Oh, there's 2 flies in here. Okay. Let's see, where was I? Obviously, every Aerobar setup is going to be a little different. It would have been nice to kind of test this on a few different setups. Still, between my setup and the other setups that Revelate Designs shared in their press kit, I think it's safe to say it should work on most systems, especially where the Aerobar kind of rises up at the end or in the front of the Aerobar setup. As you can kind of see, mine don't really angle up, and because of that, the bag fits right up against the bar, which certainly makes it very stable, but it does take away that lock-in position at the end that I made for myself. Overall, I really love the usable space, and I can see why folks really enjoy these setups. They really create an excellent storage solution that is purpose-built for bikes using aero bars, making for lots of usable space, easy to use. The top bungee works for maps, something that I certainly referenced during my time on the Divide nearly a decade ago, but it can easily hold some layers, or if you're passing by a Subway and you want dinner to go, put your sub sandwich, your foot long right on in there. That'll work. The pockets, to me, though, are where this thing really stands out. So I stored a bunch of snacks on my day rides, my phone and my GoPro in there, and it was easy to access those items on the fly, either by, say, leaning over while I was in the aero bar position or just when I was in the hoods or on top of the bar. But just be careful tightening down these bungee straps, as it can jerk your steering kind of unwillingly. And the dry bag is certainly not huge, but it's big enough to hold, you know, a lightweight down sleeping bag and your sleeping pad. All right, so while you will likely get used to this, as I did, it's worth mentioning that the weight up high and forward does make the bike feel a little top and front heavy. And I guess another thing that I noticed was the increased surface area of the bag kind of created a sail effect on a very windy day with side-to-side winds. So definitely keep that in mind. Overall, the craftsmanship is super well done and very thoughtful. All of the high stress areas are reinforced, bar tacked. The hardware used is very high quality, and the overall design truly brings more usefulness to your aero bars. So the Pitchfork is made in the United States using domestic and imported materials, and it costs $160 USD. So what do you all think about the Pitchfork from Revelate Designs? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and if you like what you saw in this video and want to see more like it, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And if you want to help support us a little bit more, you can do so by signing up for the Bikepacking Collective. The Collective helps support everything we do here at BIKEPACKING.com, including our Roots resource, in-depth reviews, and much more. So if you're interested in joining the Collective, we have a number of different tiers, and you can find out more by clicking on the card in the top right corner. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, pedal further.